Welcome to the DIY Honda Garage channel. The Diagnostic Trouble Code, DTC P2176, relates to the throttle actuator control system in Honda Civic models manufactured between 2011 and 2015. This code indicates a malfunction where the system has not learned the idle position of the throttle. The throttle actuator controls the amount of air entering the engine, which is essential for maintaining proper engine performance and efficiency. If the system does not learn the idle position, it can lead to insufficient or excessive airflow, causing rough idling or stalling of the engine. Since the throttle body is located between the intake manifold and the air intake duct, this problem can arise from defects in its operation or connections. Proper troubleshooting is crucial to addressing this issue effectively. The throttle actuator control system is responsible for regulating engine airflow, which in turn dictates engine performance and efficiency. The throttle body, which houses the throttle valve, is located between the intake manifold and the air intake duct. An issue with its operation can disrupt the normal function of the vehicle's engine. In this context, DTC P2176 signifies that the throttle actuator's idle position has not been learned. The Honda Diagnostic System, HDS, is utilized in the diagnosis process, allowing both the reading and clearing of DTCs, ensuring a systematic approach to resolving the issue. Precaution is advised during the diagnosis to prevent injuries, such as avoiding insertion of fingers into the throttle body during ignition. Observing these guidelines can protect the technician as well as preserve the integrity of the vehicle systems. There are several factors that may contribute to the activation of DTC P2176. First, the throttle body may be malfunctioning, potentially due to physical obstructions like sludge or carbon buildup, inhibiting its ability to open or close properly. Next, wiring issues, including open circuits or poor connections within the MTR1 and MTR2 lines, can disrupt the communication between the throttle body and the engine control module, ECM, leading to the failure of idle position learning. Moreover, if the ECM software is outdated, it may lack the necessary updates for correct throttle operation, necessitating either an update or a substitution with a known good ECM. Each of these factors can create the symptoms associated with this diagnostic trouble code, making thorough troubleshooting essential. Symptoms of DTC P2176 can significantly affect the driving experience. One common symptom is a rough engine idle, where the engine runs unevenly or struggles to maintain a stable RPM. This disruption in air intake can lead to stalling during operation, particularly when stopping or idling. Drivers may also experience overall engine performance issues, such as sluggish acceleration or reduced efficiency, which can lead to increased fuel consumption. It's important to observe these symptoms closely, as they indicate that the throttle actuator control system is not functioning properly, and they help guide the troubleshooting process effectively. The first troubleshooting step is to verify the problem with the ignition system. Begin by turning the ignition switch to the on/to position, activating the vehicle's electrical systems without starting the engine. Following this, use the Honda Diagnostic System, HDS, to clear the DTC to reset the system state. After clearing the code, turn the ignition switch to the lock 0 position and then return it to on/to while waiting for a duration of 10 seconds. This period allows the various systems to initialize properly. After waiting, check for any pending or confirmed DTCs using HDS to determine if DTC P2176 is triggered once again, thereby confirming the presence of a consistent fault. In Step 2, the focus shifts to examining the throttle body operation. Start by ensuring the ignition switch is in the lock 0 position. Disconnect the intake air duct from the throttle body to gain access to inspect the throttle valve. Next, turn the ignition switch back to on 2 and clear the DTC with the HDS again. At this point, you will perform the Electronic Throttle Control System (ETCS) test found within the HDS inspection menu. Pay careful attention to the throttle valve. It should move into a fully closed position as part of this test. If the throttle valve functions correctly, you can proceed to the next troubleshooting step. If not, additional investigation will be required. The third step involves checking the physical condition of the throttle body itself. Start by turning the ignition switch to lock. Then remove the throttle body for direct inspection. During this examination, look for any sludge or carbon buildup around the throttle valve, as these contaminants can severely impede its operation. If you find deposits, clean the throttle body to restore its function. On the other hand, if there's no buildup, but the throttle body remains non-operational, replacement of the throttle body will be necessary. Regardless of whether cleaning or replacement occurs, be sure to follow with a repair verification to ascertain that the issue has been resolved. In Step 4, you will be checking for any open circuit issues within the MTR1 and MTR2 lines. First, ensure the ignition switch is turned to lock 0, and then jump the SCS line with the HDS to prepare for the test. Disconnect the specified connectors, ECM connector C, 49P, and the throttle body 6P connector. After disconnecting, you will connect terminals A and B with a jumper wire to facilitate the continuity test. Specifically, you should connect the throttle body connectors number 1, PNK, to number 2, GRN, using the jumper wire. Finally, check for continuity between the designated test points within the ECM connector. Confirming continuity validates that the MTR1 and MTR2 wires are functioning correctly. If not, repairs will be needed. The final repair verification step is crucial for ensuring that all previous adjustments have been effective. Begin by turning the ignition switch to lock 0, and then carefully reconnect all previously disconnected connectors to restore the necessary communication signals. After reconnecting, turn the ignition switch to on 2 to power the system up. Use the HDS to reset the engine control module, ECM, to refresh its settings. Subsequently, perform the ECM idle learn procedure, which allows the system to adjust to the newly set conditions after repair work. After completing these tasks, check for any pending or confirmed DTCs using HDS to verify that DTC P2176 is no longer present, confirming the success of the troubleshooting efforts. Preventive maintenance can significantly reduce the chances of encountering DTC P2176 in the future. First, implement a regular cleaning schedule for the throttle body, ensuring that it is free of carbon and other contaminants that can impede its function. Additionally, periodically inspect the wiring connections to the throttle body and ECM to avoid any potential open circuits or poor connections that may provoke future issues. Furthermore, staying current with ECM software updates is essential. These updates can contain vital improvements that enhance system performance and mitigate faults like the idle position not being learned. By addressing these areas proactively, you can maintain your vehicle's performance and reduce the likelihood of encountering similar trouble codes. In conclusion, addressing DTC P2176 requires a thorough diagnostic approach that involves confirming the error, checking the operation and condition of the throttle body, and verifying the integrity of wiring connections. Frequent symptoms, such as rough idling and stalling, can indicate underlying issues that impact engine performance. Regular maintenance, including cleaning the throttle body and ensuring all wiring and software are up to date, is crucial for the longevity and reliability of the vehicle's performance. By following the detailed troubleshooting steps outlined in this presentation, technicians can effectively resolve issues related to the throttle actuator control system, ultimately contributing to a smoother and more efficient driving experience for Honda Civic owners. Please like and subscribe to the channel. See you next time.